Donald Trump is set to name top immigration advisor Stephen Miller as his deputy chief of staff for policy in administration, zeroing in on an unprecedented border crackdown.
Yes,
Miller was the architect of Trump's immigration plan during his first term.
I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do in my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed.
We know that there were decapitations of babies, of innocent Israeli citizens, of seniors, of women. There were rapes, and yet Colombia hired this individual.
Biden's budget's bad for American families. We already know we have $30 trillion worth of debt. Under his budget, the debt will increase over the next 10 years, $14.4 trillion, which is over $100,000 per family.
That's what that is.
But RFK is going to be very, I think he's a great guy.
I love the fact that you guys teamed up.
Yeah.
And are you completely committed to have him a part of your administration?
Oh, I am.
And this is a tribute in honor of Bobby. I am announcing tonight that upon my election, I will establish a new independent presidential commission on assassination attempts.
Bobby Kennedy doesn't get him.
And will be on the front lines of the president-elect's scheme to carry out the largest mass deportation in history. The decision comes less than 24 hours after Trump picked former Immigration and Customs Enforcement Director Tom Homan as his border czar. Miller has previously said that a second Trump administration would see a tenfold increase in the number of migrants deported. The news is triggering Democrats, including CNN pundit Tara Setmayer, who called Miller a despicable human being moments after the pick was announced. He's a despicable human being that is a racist and a xenophobe, and his own family has disowned him, she stated. Setmayer was referring to Miller's estranged uncle, who came out against his hardline immigration positions in the previous administration. Miller's appointment was first reported by CNN as the 78-year-old shapes his second stint in the White House from Mar-a-Lago. Republican Vice President-elect J.D. Vance confirmed Trump's selection of Miller on X Monday, calling it another fantastic pick by the president. It is the latest in a flurry of influential administration appointments that have been made in the week since Election Day. Trump announced that former ICE Director Tom Homan will be returning to his administration as border czar, and Daily Mail.com confirmed Rep. Elise Stefanik, RN.Y, is taking the position of U.S. ambassador to the United Nations. Daily Mail.com has reached out to the Trump campaign for comment. In a September post on X responding to Mark Cuban, Miller floated some of the immigration policies that Trump's team wants to implement. Once the president-elect is sworn in come January, Miller promised then that there will be a 100% perfect deportation rate under Trump. Deploying Title 42, safe thirds, remain in Mexico, asylum bars. To achieve a 100% perfect deportation rate at the border, finish in the wall, significantly enhancing criminal penalties for human smuggling and trafficking, and launching a embargo of drug vessels from South America. Miller wrote. Miller continued, terminating all of Kamala's expedited entry and parole programs for illegals at the ports and by plane, terminating all Harris-imposed limits on ICE enforcement operations, restoring and expanding the terror travel ban, suspending refugee resettlement, and using 287 state and local partnerships in conjunction with federal law enforcement and logistical support to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation in U.S. history. Mark Meadows, Donald Trump's former chief of staff from 2020-2021, also sent his regard to Miller. Congratulations to Stephen Miller on his selection as deputy chief for policy. Another excellent pick from President Trump, who will work tirelessly to deliver on the America First agenda. Meadows wrote on X. Article E founder Mike Davis also congratulated Miller on the appointment. Susie Wiles, Stephen Miller, Tom Homan, and Elise Stefanik. Grand Slam. And President Trump is only getting started. Davis wrote of the president-elect's recent staffing picks. Miller notably was a main fixture in the first Trump administration. He helped craft speeches for the Republican and also had a hand in several different policies. including many immigration-related initiatives, to 39-year-old helped craft Trump's travel ban policies in January 2017, and later influenced policies regarding migrants at the U.S. Mexico border, including the controversial decision to separate family units. On the campaign trail, Miller often spoke just before the president-elect and would hammer home the detrimental impacts of the Biden-Harris administration's border policies. As Deputy Chief of Staff, Miller will work closely with Susie Wiles, who Trump just tapped to be his White House Chief of Staff last week.